Alright, YouTube, yet again, another video on this worthless piece of junk Whirlpool coin-op washer. I want to go over everything from start to finish what's happened with this machine since I've gotten it. I haven't owned it that long. It's probably 3 to 5 years old, somewhere in there. And it's really been problematic since I bought it. The big difference being my old washer was all mechanical, and it seems like it could handle my tenant's laundry no problem. And this one is very temperamental. It only likes so much laundry in it. If not, it throws a code, it locks up, it shuts down. So it took me, a couple years really to get my tenants used to how much laundry they could put in here. So after I finally got all that squared away, then it started breaking down. First problem was the bottom rotted out. This case is just complete junk. It didn't hold up at all. I mean, this dryer over here, I've sanded down and painted. It's been out here for 15 years or more. I mean, it's a old Whirlpool. It still works just fine. I tend to, once every other year or so, sand the cabinets down, paint them again, and it's good to go. This thing, like I said, is nowhere near even over 5 years old. And it's just complete garbage and junk. So the base rotted out. I fabricated a new base. Then the drain pump died. And I put a new drain pump in. Well, sometime when the drain pump died, the main control died. So right after I put the drain pump in, now I put a new main control in. So everything works for a couple weeks. Now my coin slide interface died. So now I'm replacing that. The only thing left I haven't replaced would be the temperature selector switch, the water fill valves, and the actual motor that runs the machine itself. And the amount of stuff that's broken on this and the closeness of the time span in which it broke, I'm a very heavy believer that this machine has a lot of planned obsolescence. And they managed to time it just right, because it was literally one thing right after another, all within a month's time. I thought for a second my power supply could be a problem, but that's not a problem at all. I've checked it. Power supply is good. It's not wonky. It's not fluctuating. It's not spiking. It's not blowing anything out. It's just, this machine is just flat out junk. And another thing I've come to realize is, this machine costs $750, I think. What was it? It's on, okay, $659. Price tag still on it. So new that the price tag's still on it. So, machine costs $659. There's no way the average consumer could operate this machine for 5 to 10 years. Well, 5 years. You couldn't even operate this machine for 5 years without already spending more than it cost to buy the machine in service calls. Because the first time this machine locked up, my first video where I didn't have this manual, and then later found out where the manual was, Whirlpool was going to charge me something like $100, $150 to just come out and reset it, basically is what they would have done. And from some of the comments that you guys have left, it seems like the average price is about $300 because they charge you, I guess, like $150 just to show up, and then to fix anything, I guess, is another $150 because a lot of guys have commented, man, you saved me $300. So let's assume that it is $300 for them to come out and fix anything. So the first time it locked, it would have been $300. Even if I would have figured out and the serviceman would have told me how to correct the problem after that, which would have been nice, but he probably wouldn't have. Then my drain pump went out. Well, there's probably another $300. Already we're up to $600. Then the motherboard died I found a deal on it, refurbished one off eBay for $100, I think it was. But buying from Whirlpool, that thing is like $380. And to have them come out, because first the technician would have to come out, diagnose it that was the problem, and then order you another one. So then there's $300 for his labor, another $380 for the part, and then he's gonna have to come out and install the thing. So probably another $300. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't deal with servicemen, but I do know they charge a lot of money. And now my coin slide interface has gone out. Might as well say another three. Even if you just say $300 for every problem, locked up $300, drain pump $300, computer $300, coin interface $300. So we're talking $1,200 here already, and just my price. Oh, don't forget the base now. The base on this piece of junk rotted out. They wouldn't have fabricated me a new base. They would have just ordered me a whole new cabinet enclosure. Don't even know how much that cost. Let's just assume it's $300. Okay, so we're up to $1,500 now. I could have purchased this machine, thrown it away, purchased another one, cheaper than the cost to repair this machine. So you're not making any money whatsoever buying one of these pieces of junk. This piece of junk right here. I know it's a little late. Most of you people who watch my channel already own this machine. But what I'm going to do is I still have my old washer. My old Whirlpool. It's all mechanically driven. It's a direct drive washer unit. I'm going to resurrect that thing, and I'm going to put it back out here. Because I never had to mess with that thing at least, to repaint it every couple years. Other than that, it's all mechanical. That thing didn't break. So that's coming back out. I will never buy another one of these things. And for those of you who don't have a direct drive washer unit, I did do some research that you can buy a clock. You can take any washing machine or dryer that you want, and you can put a coin-operated clock on it. The clocks cost, I want to say like $300 or $400, and you can take any washer you want. I personally, if I was going to do it that way, I would go to a flea market, a yard sale, or whatever, used appliance shop. I would buy an old Whirlpool Kenmore direct drive washer, and I would make that thing coin operated. The only argument that I've seen on the internet is you have to set the time on it. You have to figure out how long the wash cycle is, say 30, 45 minutes, hour, whatever the case may be, and set the clock for that. Me personally, the argument was, well, if you set it for 45 minutes and then they put it on a gentle cycle, it only takes 20 minutes, then they could sneak in 2 loads of laundry on you for the price of one. But you know what? To me, I really don't care. You slap $2 in my machine, you're going to get whatever the timer's set for. And that's it. So I don't care. You want to try to sneak one on me, because I'm still going to make more money than I would buying one of these pieces of garbage, because they're just not worth it. So if you're going to replace, your unit, do not buy another one of these. I hope they don't even still make these pieces of junk. I'm sure they still do. If I ever was to buy another one, I'm going to have to do a lot of research. And the only way I would buy another coin-op washer, brand new, is if a manufacturer makes it mechanical. I want mechanical timers. I want mechanical components. I don't want this electronic garbage. It's just junk. And I mean, look at this part. This is your coin slide interface. And this is the most simple piece of electronics I've seen. All this does is gets the little click signal, letting the computer know that somebody put money in. So it transfers that click into an OK signal and sends it out to the main computer and says, okay, you can turn on. This is the only thing on here. Look, just a bank of resistors. That's it. And that failed. The only way that can fail is because they made it fail. And I mean, it's all weatherproof too. It's got the varnish on it. There is no corrosion on this at all. There's nothing wrong with it, but it failed. So that means one of these resistors failed internally. It's just junk. So this will probably be the last of my Whirlpool videos. This will be the number 5 in the series. And the bottom line is, don't waste your money on one of these pieces of junk. And if it breaks, throw the piece of junk away. It's not worth putting a dime into. Go find you a mechanically operated coin-op washer. Take an older washer that is mechanical and turn it into a coin-op washer. Either way, you're going to come out way on top than you'd ever come out buying one of these pieces of junk.